Here we go. I think my hair looks okay. Teeth. Hi, friends. Welcome to Real Talk Tuesdays, where we get honest about life as a musician. I'm Katherine Eminette. I'm a musician. I do lots of different things, including teaching privately, teaching other musicians how to run a private studio, and just being a human helper. So today is the first Real Talk Tuesday, where we're going to be talking about life after music school. Graduated music school. You've had structure your entire life. You've had classes, you've had recitals, you've had ensemble rehearsals, you've had due dates. You always knew what you were working towards because someone either handed it to you or helped you define your own goals. And then when you graduate, it's just gone. No one's telling you what to do next. There's no built in performance calendar, no guaranteed audiences, paid venues, or ready made ensembles that you just swoop right into. There are no assigned practice hours, and there's no path laid out. It can feel really isolating and frustrating. And here's the truth, since we're talking real talk. You've heard it before. It's hard to find work in music. So, yeah, you've known that all along, but now you're living it. And yeah, it hits different when you're living it. You might have student loans that are looming, your bank account might be in a mood, you know your instrument, you know the rep, and you might even have a teaching certificate, but you still find yourself asking, now what? Are you supposed to practice all day, start a YouTube channel, try to teach privately? But how do you even find students? Are you even qualified enough to be teaching? Should you apply for non music jobs? Should you pivot? Should you get a law degree? I thought about doing that more than once, not gonna lie. So it's super overwhelming and it's way too quiet. You're not around your peers anymore that you can talk to, and no one really speaks your language. So you try a few things because you're proactive. You build a website, you start posting on socials, you drop off flyers at different schools because that's what everyone says to do, right? And those things can work. But here's the thing that no one tells you, it takes a lot longer than you think. You might assume that within a month or two, you'll have students or gigs or steady work, but unless you're super connected or living in a thriving music community, it's probably going to take longer. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean you're failing, and none of this, I don't want any of this to scare you. I'm being real with you so that you can have a really happy future as a musician. This means that you're not failing. It means that you're building something real, and real things take time. Now, here's another twist. You might feel the pull to go back to school. Oh, feels safe, familiar, feels like home. Everyone speaks the same language, everyone is working hard. And there's no shame in that. I did it too. But please hear this. Grad school won't magically solve your uncertainty of what to do next. It won't open doors unless you know exactly what you want it to open for. You have to have an idea of why you're going to grad school, about how it's going to help you open doors, and not just going back hoping that something will magically happen. Now, let's talk money because it's real. You might be thinking, I have a master's degree or a DMA. I shouldn't have to work retail. But if Target pays the bills, y'all, work at Target. That doesn't make you less of a musician. It makes you practical, it makes you responsible, and it makes you resourceful. And it gives you breathing room to build something sustainable on the side. Yes, music jobs are scarce. Yes, you're highly qualified. But the truth is, Target's hiring, and the orchestra probably is not. There's no shame in doing what you need to do while you're building your path, but you might be thinking, okay, well, I'll get a day job, but what am I supposed to do now to help my music career and figure out what I want to do? So, I'm going to give you some quick and dirty tips about what I did and what has helped me and other people that I've worked with. You build your own structure. So, you start with these things. For 1 hour a day, you research your local music scene. For 1 hour a day, you send cold emails that you're probably not going to get a reply. And honestly, that's like super normal. That doesn't mean that you're lesser than, that you're not a good person, that nobody wants to talk to you. People just don't reply anymore. Ghosting is a real thing. But you have to start getting your name out there and making connections with people. 1 hour networking on social media, 1 hour browsing upcoming events that you want to go to or support your community fellow musicians and get to know them, and then maybe an hour or two practicing. Then go to your job because you're an adult with bills and lunch isn't free, sadly. And when you feel like you're really stuck or you're really ready to give up, think about the following things. Think about what made you fall in love with music in the first place. Think about what made you pursue this, even though everyone told you you have to really love it if you're going to pursue this as a career. Then audit your week. What was super fulfilling? What was super draining? What were the steps that you took in order to advance your musical career? Reach out to a mentor or a friend, ask for a 15-minute call. When you're in music school, you're around people all the time that you can vent to and talk to about all sorts of things. But as soon as you're out, you might be living at home with your parents. They might not really understand your life or your world. And you might just have your dog there to talk to, which, let's be honest, talk to your dog. They're people too. But you need someone who's there that you can talk to about the things that you're going through. Update one thing, your resume, your bio, your website, just one, and make one bold move. Send one DM, one email, send out a request for a coffee date. Get uncomfortable once a day. This is not going to be a comfortable experience, and you have to get used to being uncomfortable. And yes, take one full day off every single week. Rest is part of the plan. What's the worst thing you can do? Nothing. No one's going to chase you down to hand you a dream job or a gig. Every opportunity I've had as a professional musician, it either came from someone I knew or I created it for myself. It's hard, it's slow, but it's doable. So don't spiral, structure. Don't wait, move. And remember, you're not alone in this. Everyone goes through it. You've got it. See you next Tuesday.